everybody, and welcome back to part 3 of Katawa Shoujo. So I forgot to record this, so I'm being lazy again. I don't remember where we were, but I'm guessing this happened. Whatever. During afternoon I can't talk now. During afternoon classes, the long-haired girl comes back and sits down in her seat without a word. Again, no one seems to notice, or if they do, no one says anything. I want to ask Misha about it, but I don't want to be so nosy. Oh my god, I'm going deaf in my right ear. Not really, but... After school, Suzune and Misha quickly finds me by the first floor lobby and latch onto me, covering each flank in case I might try to escape. I feel a little offended. Oh god, so loud. I feel a little offended, but I've been considering it. Nevertheless, I'm a bit disturbed that enough people have made a break for it in the past that they're on their guard. What's with the escort? This doesn't make me feel very comfortable. In fact, it makes me feel like a dangerous prisoner being transported to a cell.
What's wrong, Hee-chan? That's right, we're just going to play a game of Risk, remember?
I don't know, Misha. This all seems a little sinister to me. I started thinking that when we sit down to play a game, they'll tie me down and torture me until I agree to join the student council. Well, that's highly unlikely, but still, for some reason, it just seems like it would be so plausible. Getting to the student council room is as simple as turning 2 corners from where we started. What? That's it? This makes you guys being so on top of me seem a little silly.
That's not true, Hee-chan. She-chan says that when their life is threatened, people have shown the...
Oh my god. Have shown a... Oh my god, I can't pronounce words now. People have shown the capability to pull off superhuman bursts of speed. Blech. Life is threatened. Her expression unchanging, Misha signs something musingly to Shizune, who makes a baffling face and puts her hands behind her back, looking pleased with herself. Misha feigns... I think that's the word. Feigns deafness and hums cheerfully. Stop that, I know you heard me. You have no excuse, unlike Shizune. Shizune opens the door to the student council room. It's very plain. Why are you using words I can't pronounce that well? Sparsely decorated room. Although it's quite large, maybe even a little larger than a classroom. There's a big table in the center surrounded by chairs, a smaller desk prominently placed in the back that I assume is Shizune's. There are a few regular desks and chairs stacked to one side as well. Extras, perhaps? Aside from the tables and chairs, the room doesn't have much else to offer. Just a couple of filing cabinets and bookshelves stacked with old school records and documents. Not much else. In fact, nothing else. This is a pretty bleak room. They could at least put a potted plant in here or something, but the most noticeable thing that this room doesn't have is the other people. Are we early? I need music, I feel so lonely.
No.
What do you mean, no? Does it mean nobody else is coming today?
Yeah, that's right.
Before I manage to ask why that's the case, Shizune claps her hands. Oh, that was her clapping. Shizune claps her hands together very energetically.
Hee-chan, let's play Risk. Come on, you promised, didn't you? You have to. Ha ha ha! Okay. Do you want to know about the rules? Do you want to know the rules? We can explain to you while we set up everything else. While Misha is talking, Shizune takes out what looks like a board game from behind one of the filing cabinets and throws it on the table. I haven't played Risk in a while. Actually, this looks kind of interesting. After Misha spreads a little too long for her liking running through the basics with a somewhat vague and confusing tutorial, Shizune cuts in and declares the game has started with a decisive motion, slicing her arm through the air. Shizune's
aggressiveness is rubbing off onto me. I start feeling more competitive than I intended to be when I agreed to this. Did I lose? Halfway into the game, this music. Halfway into the game, while I try to ponder how to defend against Shizune's assault from two fronts, she breaks my concentration by drumming her fingers on the table to get my attention.
Shi-chan wants you to know that you are taking too long to make a move. Shi-chan also says that she will let you keep Australia if you agree to join the student council. I thought this was a game with no strings attached. Just the fact that she would dangle that over my head as an offer means that she knows I care about the outcome of this game. And anyway, no. Shi-chan admires your fighting spirit and would be benevolent. Oh my god, and would be a benevolent dictator who will spare your people if you agree to join the student council. Ha ha ha!
You're still competitive, Shizune.
She seems to take this as a compliment.
I would expect the student council president to be a little more
magnanimous.
Yeah. See, I'm kind of like Misha. I can't pronounce words that well. Nor can I speak the English language that well. Even though English is my first language and my only language.
She doesn't seem to know what the word means or how it's signed, so she pulls out the piece of paper and writes it for Shizune, who in return signs it back to Misha. Misha presses her index finger against her temples, as if trying to physically imprint the words into her memory. Suddenly, Shizune bursts in a flurry of gestures. Misha looks daunted by the pace of her heated signing. Please slow down. Shi-chan, He-chan, Shi-chan says you're going to lose.
Tell her I will crush her world's empire with my rebellion.
Okay.
I love this. Those eyes of hers shine with childlike mischief. Oh my god!
Look at Shizune.
You look like a cat, honey.
She said you have to...
Oh my god.
She says you have no chance if you keep playing like this. No, you won't.
She would want me to attack aggressively, wouldn't she?
It wouldn't matter anyway. She has...
I always play on the offense, so... Yeah, she has a point. Attack aggressively, darling.
She's either really mocking me or trying to trick me.
Yeah. I have nothing else to lose, though I might as well try something different. Maybe if I spread out all my forces... is Misha even playing? Huh. Maybe if I spread out all my forces and try to control more territories, I can recoup the advantage. Excuse me. Shizune seems to focus on conquering the whole nation, so maybe I can sacrifice my whole on continents to gain more smaller countries. It's worth a shot. Oh wait, that's stupid. A few turns later, I ended up losing the game anyway. Shizune adjusts her glasses victoriously and allows herself to tentatively pump a fist in the air in celebration.
I win! Yay!
There's no need to translate that, it was pretty clear.
Don't look so sad, He-chan. You're really giving it your best. That's what I thought. Sometimes your best just isn't good enough. Good enough, though. If anyone knows that, it's me. You did very well for someone who just learned how to play today. He-chan, you attack Iceland!
I love Iceland. And there's a reason for it.
He-chan, you attacked Iceland and North America at the same time.
Oh my god. Think of North America, country, the continent I live, and Iceland, the country I love. Even though I've never been to Iceland, but there's a reason.
At the same time, that's a very daring move. Shi-chan is impressed.
Now I can tell I am the main character because they got Iceland. I would have gotten Iceland first. I love Iceland.
The mark of great people is that they are daring, and that they can follow through. You're already halfway there. Isn't that great, He-chan? That isn't enough, though. Just potential isn't enough. There's no point to potential if you don't take the first step. And there is no point to that if you don't keep going. I want to see more. You're right, Shi-chan. That's so demanding.
Oh my gosh, got closer.
Shizune leans forward, suddenly looking a lot less playful than more like the serious person I expected her to be from the start. Hee-chan, would you like to join the student council?
She really doesn't waste any time, but does she? Oh fuck. She really doesn't waste any time, does she? But it's only my second day of school, so I'm hesitant about committing to something so early. I haven't even taken a look at any other clubs yet. But spending time with Shizune and Misha doesn't seem like something I would hate. I still need more time to think about it before I decide for sure. I might as well join. Maybe. I'll get back to you on it.
Okay, Hee-chan, but I hope you're not saying that so we don't feel bad.
No, really.
Really? Hee-chan, if you're gonna say that, you're saying that...
Oh my god.
You're saying that it is definitely the truth, and there can't be anything mistaking it.
I know. I guess I should have my revenge for losing at the very least. Oh my gosh. Shizune smiles at the... Oh my god, that's mischievous. Shizune smiles at that in a mischievous way. That feels like twisting a knife in the wound of my loss. I take a glance at the clock on the wall and realize I spent far longer playing Risk than I expected. Sorry, I think I have to go. I wanted to go to the library. It's not closed yet, is it? Shizune scratches her head and gestures at Misha. How hard can it be to determine whether a library is open? There's a clock right there on the wall.
It should be, unless the librarian is absent. I think you're right, Shizune. Shi-chan. We think the library is open. It's on the second floor. Can't miss it. Do you want us to show you where it is?
No thanks, it's okay. See you tomorrow.
Bye-bye!
Oh god, that painting. Oh. Did the painting change? I feel like it changed. It changed, didn't it? Wasn't the painting like staring right at us before? The painting's scary. One flight of stairs up and I run into problems. The second floor hallway is a carbon copy of the third floor one. Wide, of course, and plain. Like only hallways can be. The problem is the library's whereabouts are not as easily determined as one would think. The classrooms are marked with signs stating which class they belong to, but then there's a plethora of other unmarked rooms. Is the library one of them, or is it just somewhere down the hall? I bet on the latter and choose my direction at random. After I turn around one corner, and the marked door draws my attention because it's not closed. It's not open either, though. Just barely ajar so I can see it's open and nothing else. It'll make sense for a library door to be invitingly open. And while this one is not quite that, it's good enough. At the very least, it means that someone is inside, and I can ask for directions, no matter how embarrassing that is. I gingerly push on the center of the door with my fingertips, every muscle in my arm ready to pull back at a moment's notice. The feeling of being an outsider to the school can't be shaken from my mind, so much that I instinctively fear doing something wrong by entering. Oh my god. The door slowly creaks as if groaning from deep sleep, though it is much easier to open than I anticipated. Leaning over and poking my head ever further inside to gain sight of the room as fast as possible, the meek "hello" on my lips is quietly snatched away. Oh my god. Oh, hello. This is not as I was expecting. I mindlessly let the door open to its full extent, taking in the sight of a solitary figure taking center stage in the otherwise abandoned room. The situation steals my voice, leaving me standing at the doorway staring at the beautiful girl. Evidently, having taken her time to assess the situation, The girl gently puts down her teacup and opens her eyes, but doesn't look at me.
Hello there. May I help you?
I expect her to be like some kind of lady. Gentle lady. Staring directly in front of herself, the movements of her lips seem to break the silence rather than the words. However, it's the soft, measured voice that reminds me she is being separated from the room itself. Not only is she likely the tallest girl I've ever laid eyes on, but even among the foreigners I've met, she's strikingly distinct. Hi, sorry for intruding, I was just kinda lost. She takes a moment to formulate a response before speaking. Every action she takes feels like as if she's carefully choreographed beforehand.
Care to take a seat?
Unexpected, considering that I'm intruding upon her. Thanks. I slowly step towards another seat opposite of her, the girl resting the teacup and saucer on the wooden table in between. The way she doesn't track my movements with her head is telling that, and the slight cloudiness to her eyes means she must be at least partially blind, like Kenji. I don't see any cloud that well, but I guess. Come to think of it, her voice doesn't have any detectable accent either. I guess she must be half Japanese. As I take my seat, her composure takes me slightly off guard. Her air of relaxed confidence makes the silence entirely comfortable. Okay. The calming atmosphere is so very difficult from the student council office.
I take it you're the new student to Yamaku?
Yes, I just transferred in yesterday. I get the distinct feeling my speech patterns don't match the formality of hers, accentuated by her restrained bow of greeting. One which I hasten to match before realizing the futility of the action.
I'm Lilly Sato. Pleased to meet you.
Hisao Nakagi. She gives me a nod before gesturing roughly in the direction of her teacup.
Would you care for a drink?
Sure. As much as it pains me, I can't step with her formality in the proceedings. She gives a kind nod, taking the request in stride. Without another word, she steps off the chair and prepares the second tea from a collection of supplies laid out along a shelf. A brush here and a brush there. Her left hand often lightly touches the side of whichever container she's pouring into. It seems to be a process she followed dozens of times before. As I lean sideways to see her around her back, she seems to use her long, dainty fingers to measure the right amount of water in the cup. It's one thing to see the different disabilities the students in my class have, but it's quite another to see how everyone seems to adapt. I can't speak properly. Shizune and Misha have no problem working together to communicate with me, and Lilly herself seems to have workabouts for problems I never thought of. While I feel slightly guilty about her doing the work, she seems pleased to be following the correct process of the offer of preparing the drink.
So,
her soft voice brings me out of my silent observance. Oh, now I see it's cloudy.
Which room were you looking for? It's not often this classroom is visited after school.
The school library. Shizune and some classmates told me it was on this floor. She finishes pouring water into the teacup as she nods. A small metallic tapping coming from the teacup indicating it's being stirred.
I'm aware, Miss Hakamichi, as are most students. To be with them means you're in class 3-3, no?
That's right, in the science room with Mutao. She gives a small giggle before setting down the teaspoon and slowly walking towards the table, teacup and saucer in hand. He's quite the character. I imagine you'll come to like him, most do. Oh, there I am. I seem very small compared to her. As she sets down the tea, I gently take it and have a sip. I'm more of a coffee person, but this seems like a rather bad moment to bring it up. I like coffee too. I'm a coffee person. I love coffee. Nonetheless, the smell's quite nice. I hardly think it'd be hard to choke down. Thanks, Tao. It tastes really nice. She smiles and quickly waves her hand in front of her face. Lilly, please. There's no need to be too formal. She says this in despite of her exceedingly well-breached speech. Oh well. I guess I should try and ask her about herself, as it really does seem as if she's catering to me. So, which class are you from? I imagine it's one of the third-year classes. Oh god. Excuse me. Correct. I'm in class 3-2, which is on the third floor, same as yours. It's taught by Miyagi, and it's specifically for the both blind and partially blind students. I see. Sorry. I feel like stabbing myself for the fox pass. I don't know how to pronounce that word, but I heard it before. Looking at her face, though, she doesn't seem the least bit put off by it. My, there's no need to change your speech on my account. Sure, sorry. I guess I'm really showing my newness here. An environment like this would be a big change, so I can't fault you for it. While the same can't be said for everyone, many have come to terms with their conditions. A category which would include her, it seems. All ready to shift from this particular topic, I skew into another. Do you come here to drink tea often? It's a really nice place. Thinking on it, this might be her version of the place behind my school that I like to have lunch at. I come here fairly often during lunch times. My duties as class representative don't leave enough time for an official club, so a friend and I use this room for having tea. Class representative, huh? Compared to Shizune, her mannerism seems to be most completely opposite. While Shizune's blunt and fierce-driven, Lilly seems relaxed and calm, almost aloof. Come to think of it, she might be useful for a less biased view of the school's club. What kind of clubs are there to join? The more popular ones are the track and field club, which uses the field near the school during lunch times, the baseball club, and the book club in the room near the library. There are also numerous small ones too, such as the art and music clubs. At a time when I'm just wanting to get on my feet, rushing into a club right away seems slightly unappealing. I wonder if the school shares the same rule as my old one. Is it compulsory? Oh my god. I need water. Is it compulsory to join a club? It isn't, though it is encouraged. Why is it required at your old school to join a club? Actually, I need to join a club too. God damn it. Good. That's a relief. I really let down my guard around this girl to let such a thing slip out. The fact seems to slightly amuse her. Not wanting my tea to get cold, I finally start drinking it as Lilly does the same. God, how late is it? Oh my god, it's loud. As I look over to the window over her shoulder, I notice the light coming into the room has a distinctly orange tint. There's a window next to you! Even here, time doesn't stand still. Huh. The time's gone quickly. Sorry? Right, she's blind. Of course, she can't see the sun setting. It just looks like the sun's starting to set. It seems to come as a surprise for her. I guess she must have lost track of the time. Sorry, Hisao. I didn't mean to keep you from the library for so long. I quickly moved to allay her concern. Ah, no, it's okay. The library's still open, isn't it? She pauses and takes a moment to think on it. It's probably something I should have asked Suzune when I had a chance, but Lilly seems likely to know in any case. True, it's open until 6:30 during weekdays. I take a quick glance at my watch. Oh my god. A quick glance at my watch confirms I have well enough time to get there. I might get going in that case. It's been nice talking with you, Lilly. She smiles and gives a deep nod, her hands still neatly folded on the table in front of hers. It was my pleasure. Oh, come to think of it, shall I show you where the library is? I couldn't possibly ask for more help. I should be able to find it all right. Well, unless my navigational skills fail me, which they seem to have a habit of doing. Hey, it's like me too! It's alright. I was gonna be talking to the librarian there in any case. I could introduce you. This gets better and better. It's pretty hard to deny her offer. If you're sure, then that'd be great. Thanks. Ah, she's pretty. As she stands up to follow me, she takes hold of the straight, retractable cane that had been slipped in the handle of her bag on the floor. Compared to the cane the boy in my class had, Lilly's looks much thinner and longer. His might be for support, whereas Lilly's is for navigation. Together, we leave the peaceful room and enter the empty hallway on the way to the library. God, the painting! Side by side, my pace carefully slowed to match hers. We slowly walk through the hallway. It doesn't take long for us to arrive at the door to the warm-looking room, apparently situated in the center of the floor rather than either wing. Ladies first. She gives an appreciative smile at the gesture, taking the lead as we file in. Oh, it's beautiful. Why can't school libraries look as nice as this one? Ay. And the music is wonderful. To the left is a wooden library counter, with the library proper being on the right. It easily dwarfs my old school's library, with a distinct smell of old books giving the place an almost old world air. There doesn't seem to be a lot of students here. Considering the time, it isn't a big surprise. Everyone's probably either in the school grounds or the dorms. Yuko, are you here? She says it to thin air since the library doesn't seem to be present, and of course Lilly can't see this. What's unexpected is that it draws a reaction. Something from under the counter thuds against it, followed by a quiet wail. Oh! I think this is a girl. Okay. The origin, apparently the librarian, quickly calls out and bounces up to extremely rigid attention. I don't know what voice to give her. You're pretty. Okay, the art. Okay, look at Lilly. Look at the librarian. The art is completely different. You can see the completely different art, and that's because there's a lot of artists working in this visual novel. Hi, Lilly. How can I help you? Her voice is strained in a failing attempt to sound casual as she's rubbing the back of her head. Good afternoon. What happened just now? I heard a strange sound. It's nothing. I just hit my head. Is it wrong to say she looks Irish? That's stereotypical, right? Whatever. I mean, the red hair, the green eyes, and I'll stop talking. I dropped an eraser under my desk, and while I was looking for a pencil, and while I was looking for it, a pencil dropped, and when I was looking for both of them, you came and surprised me.
Are you alright? I'm sorry, I couldn't know. It's okay. Sorry for making you worry.
Oh wait, I can't talk.
This is nothing, I had worse happen to me.
She's quick to reverse Lily's apologies, almost frantically trying to push aside the possibility that she could be in any way inconvenienced by bashing her head on the counter. Yes, worse things have happened before. The girl fidgets with... the more you look at her, the more younger she looks. As I thought she was like a middle-aged woman, and then the more you look at her, she's like the same age as us. The girl fidgets with her fingers, as Lily doesn't seem to drop her concerned expression. And then she shuffles some papers around the counter for no reason. A little shorter than Lily. A little shorter. Well, if we look at them, it's not a little shorter. It's a lot shorter. Yuko is a lot shorter than Lily. Not a little. Replete with glasses, freckles, and a very troubled look. She seems to fit a library perfectly. Really? Give her freckles and red hair? Jesus. Oh, Lily, did you get my message?
Message? Oh, the 2 imported books that arrived? Right. They finally came. I can't believe it took so long, but...
Amidst her celebrations, partially for managing to change the topic, I'm sure, she notices me from the corner of her eye and freezes on the spot when she does.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, fuck.
Oh no, I'm sorry for not noticing you before. Did you need to check out a book or return one? I'm sorry.
The way she can so quickly shift between moods is a little unsettling.
He's with me. Yuko, this is Hisao, a new student. Hisao, this is Yuko, the school librarian.
Pleased to meet you.
Hisao, right, Hisao. Pleased to meet you too, Hisao.
For a second, she visibly attempts to engrave the name of... Excuse me. Engrave the name on her mind so she won't forget.
Yuko often arranges to import foreign books in Braille for me. Would you like to tell us a little something about the library?
Lily's innocent suggestion is met with an expression of her abject terror.
Please, Lily, I can't. I don't know what he could be interested in. This is too much responsibility.
How's it any responsibility at all? I don't get, but her objection is so sincere. I don't doubt for a second that she would rather disembowel herself on the spot than tell me where the light novels are.
But...
So, there's a lot of books in Braille here. I attempt to save the day by asking the first thing that pops into my head. It seems to work, at least partially, as Yuko seems to not exactly relax, but at least look slightly less tense.
Well, I think about a third or fourth of Yamaku's library is either in Braille or audio.
Makes sense, given all the blind students that beat here. If it's only that, how come this library is so big in the first place?
Well, we get a lot of new books regularly because the library is adequately endowed. That's probably why. They spend more time on new books than on my salary. Then I have to organize and shelve all of them. It's so troublesome, and they waste so much. I wish I could quit this job.
Oh, is she not the same age as us? Well, she's young. A very awkward silence followed by... A very awkward silence follows this revelation of too much information. I'll go check the aisles then, if you don't mind. It's probably best for all of us if she doesn't keep talking to me. That's rude.
Very well. Meanwhile, Yuko, I would like those books if it's alright with you.
My first impression was right. His library is surprisingly big. Ambling down the narrow aisles, I studied the spines of the books in random order, occasionally sliding one out to read the blurb, taking it with me as if it looks good. In a few moments, I have a respectable stack of books in my arms. I guess I'll never be struck for a choice in here. If you got Fahrenheit 451, I'll be taking that. Because I need it. Because school requires me to read that. The normality of this library sinks in. Sure, there are large... Oh my god, I can't read! Sure, there are large print and brown books scattered throughout. But that is what it is. A library. It's as if the calm mood from the room I had tea with Lilly and snuck with us in here. Unless it was here to begin with. Something about that puts me at ease, just like before. I reach the end of the aisle and find a collection of desks set up for study or personal reading. Going a little further, though, I discover a nice quiet corner at the back. Huh? While the rest of the library has an odd student sitting at the... I thought you said it was empty. While the rest of this library has the odd student sitting at the desk either reading or stealthily, can't pronounce that word either. Stealthily sleeping. The back is pretty much deserted. As I glance around, I see someone who I recognize sitting on one of the several beanbags. I knew it. It's the dark-haired girl from my class. The one who snuck out of the classroom earlier. I like this music. I like all the song. I like the soundtrack. She's reading a book, keeping it close to her face, which makes her look like she's really not into it. From the way she's acting today, I had her pegged as more of a delinquent than a bookworm. No, I thought she was a bookworm. In fact, her mysterious disappearance from class raises all sorts of whys in my head. Intrigue floats slowly but surely towards the surface, and before I know it, I'm walking towards a mysterious, long-haired girl. I guess there's no harm in introducing myself as I would with anyone else. She's a classmate after all. Walking over to another beanbag, I take a seat and lay my books beside it. The girl starts looking scaredly up at me from underneath her fringe. This is the first time I've seen her this close. Underneath her long, dense bangs, I can see a part of her face, at least a third, if not half. It's pretty badly scarred. My eyes are immediately drawn to the scars, subconsciously peeking past her hair until they meet her own eyes. For a second, I am shocked and divert my eyes to the book in her hand, before I realize that looking away probably only makes it worse. It takes too many seconds to collect myself and remember that I walked up to her for 4. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to startle you. That's me, personally. Sorry, I didn't mean to startle you.
It's okay.
This girl certainly doesn't look like it's okay, but I let it slide. So, do you mind if I sit here? I need to stop soon. She seems to be very uncertain whether it's okay or not for me to sit, but finally she nods just a little.
Oh, okay.
I take a seat next to her, and she hides herself behind her book. Life of Pi. Never heard of it. How do you never heard of Life of Pi? Ugh. Sir, sorry. You're a bookworm without, and I know these books better than you. Come on. Okay. So, sorry again for startling you. I'm Hinsao. I'll stop here. We'll learn the name of this girl in the next part, because I need to stop here because we're like 40 minutes. So I'll see you guys in the next part of Katawa Shoujo. Bye!